You're listening to the Hockey Podcast Network. New shows every day. Find us at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hi everybody and welcome to Red Wings Rant, where tirades and impassioned pleas for your Detroit Red Wings finally have a home. Tonight we're going to be taking on the very powerful Edmonton Oilers. This is one that, it could be one you had circled on the calendar, because who doesn't want to see Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl make their way on over to Little Caesars Arena. Maybe you're heading down to see the best hockey player in the world right now. And I don't blame you. But, of course, with all of that comes a pretty tough hockey game. So let's get into it. Let's see if there's a win we can find for the Detroit Red Wings tonight. And let's see what's going to happen. We brought up some of the basics here for you guys to take a peek. Of course, the Edmonton Oilers coming in at 9-1. The Red Wings coming in at 6-5-2. So, of course, this is game 14 for the Detroit Red Wings, only game 11 for the Edmonton Oilers. But through those 11 games for the Oilers, they are racking up a record pace for power play at 50%. Not to mention a pretty good penalty kill percentage at 86.2%. Special teams are going to be an issue here as the Red Wings take on Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, who just cannot stop putting pucks in the back of the net. Now we head into this contest, the Red Wings on a 2-game winning streak, having just beat the Buffalo Sabres with the big comeback this past Saturday, and the Golden Knights this past Sunday. I do mention the dates because, of course, it is Tuesday night. The Red Wings are taking on the Oilers because the Oilers have not played a hockey game since last Friday. Now, Evolving Hockey is providing the skater tables for us to take a quick peek at the scoring for the Edmonton Oilers. And of course, there's no surprises here. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid at the top of this list through 10 games. 23 points for Draisaitl, 22 for Connor McDavid. But it is once we start to get into the conversation of secondary scoring where things get really scary. Because even if the Edmonton Oilers are playing Connor McDavid and Draisaitl together, they're finding a lot of success with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman playing together on the second line. Now, it isn't to say that Edmonton will shy away from splitting up Draisaitl and McDavid, but whatever those combinations are, it does appear they are finding ways to score. And then when it comes to a game like that New York Rangers game where the Rangers had quite a lead and Edmonton had to play comeback, they just put the two boys together, Draisaitl and McDavid, and boom, there you go. Caught all the way up and win it in overtime. And, of course, one of the most beautiful goals, or scary good goals I think I've ever seen from Connor McDavid happening in that past Friday's game. So we try to check off the boxes here. It's the secondary scoring that's going to be a major issue for the Red Wings to keep up with, as well as the power play. So any major chess moves to keep an eye out for tonight from Jeff Blashill might involve matching up the top 6 of the Detroit Red Wings with the bottom 6 of the Edmonton Oilers. As always, for the Detroit Red Wings, they live and die with the first line, and that has been a constant storyline to be attached with how the Detroit Red Wings find success. So if there's a couple of guys I think we should keep an eye out for, it's either Zadina breaking through the law of averages or Namestnikov continuing his point pace. Normally, I like to take a second to compare the goaltenders, see what's going on from a goals saved above expected, and try and figure out which goalie has had a better season thus far. Tonight, I'm going to guess that it's Nedeljkovic, but going in for Edmonton in his first game of the season is going to be Stuart Skinner. And it just so happens that Daniel Nugent-Bowman of The Athletic was just writing about Skinner earlier today. Excellent season with AHL Bakersfield last season with a .914 save percentage. Does mention that Skinner's coming off 2 very hot games as well in the AHL, and this is going to be that opportunity. So the only thing we have to talk about is really the narrative that surrounds it and how scared Red Wings fans are to face a rookie goaltender in his first game of the season. Suffice to say, it hasn't gone well in the past. I have no numbers to back that up, but the same sickening pit in my stomach made itself aware once I did see that Stuart Skinner was going to get the start. Now, his last game in the NHL, he actually ended up posting a .503 goals against and an .868 save percentage. So this isn't necessarily his first shot in the NHL, but it'll be his first shot this season. And if the Red Wings want to compete with the Oilers, they're going to have to hope for a similar performance and keep their fingers crossed that he learned nothing since that last game. But unfortunately, we are talking about a guy who through 2 games with the Condors, again, 946 save percentage and a 1.5 goals against. So if anything comes near that, and the Red Wings are going to be forced to face one of the most high-powered offenses and a goaltender coming in on a hot streak, things could get ugly at Little Caesars Arena. So from a 5-on-5 perspective, we actually can demonstrate that the Red Wings have the advantage from defense and goaltending perspective, but it's something with the Edmonton Oilers. You can't just play that game and say, well, we could do pretty good on 5-on-5, because this power play, again, at 50%, is just too much to handle. And when we take a look at this, the Red Wings are giving up 3.29 goals against per 60. Oilers giving up 2.83 goals against per 60. That again, this is including power play. So you're seeing both teams through all strengths what's going on here. And even from the expected goals against per 60, the Red Wings are at 3.38 and Edmonton sits at 2.97. So when you are comparing all facets of this game and what these two teams are able to limit, the Edmonton Oilers are able to limit the chances and prevent goals better than the Red Wings. And of course, you look at the goals for per 60, as you can see on the screen, it's 2.96 for Detroit against the 4.3 for Edmonton. So again, this could get ugly. So when you ask the question, how are we going to find a win tonight? You got to go back to the idea that the Red Wings actually look better in some facets when it's 5-on-5. So if you can keep the Edmonton Oilers at a 5-on-5 game and keep that power play off the ice, you can do okay. And I go back to the Buffalo Sabres game. Red Wings did give up 2 penalties and 2 power plays to the Buffalo Sabres, but they did only limit it to 2. And even if that's not insurmountable by any means, and the Red Wings will have a chance. If I had to pick who's going to win tonight, it is very hard to look at the 9-1 Edmonton Oilers and say that the Red Wings have enough offense to keep up with whatever Draisaitl and Connor are going to end up doing tonight. It has looked easy for them at times. And even when it doesn't look easy, it just looks like they're unstoppable. So if Connor and Draisaitl are playing together, the first line immediately cancels out anything our first line can do. If they break them up, you're going to have to hope that Zadina steps up, as I mentioned earlier. And if we can get to that bottom 6, and then hopefully sneak one from a Nemistikov, you got to think that Ernie has got to be right on the cusp of putting one in. Those are the types of things that you got to keep your fingers crossed for. And the roughest part about all this is when you play those law of averages and you try and find something that could go right for the Red Wings in the bottom 6. If everything's been going wrong for Edmonton's bottom 6, you don't want to run into the game where they think this is their opportunity to right the ship. All those things happen. And we've played this game before. You need a lot to go right to find a win against Edmonton. That's how you do it. But just like we did against Boston, I ended that preview saying, if you have to keep saying variable after variable has to go your way, it's going to be difficult to find a win. So hang on tight tonight, folks. If the Red Wings go down to the Edmonton Oilers, do not jump ship. A lot of teams will go down to the Edmonton Oilers this year. A lot of teams will just be going down to the Draisaitl Connor McDavid experience. But regardless, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope you could hit the subscribe button and the like button to make sure more people are checking out Red Wings Rant. And we will see you guys twice a week. And of course, this being Tuesday night that the Wings are playing, it'll be a Wednesday night recording. We promise a guest coming up as well. And we'll see you guys real soon.